Hey, Pastor Bruno and Pastor Caleb. I wanted to show you, hopefully a quick video, just how to set up your Ableton and Mainstage for the weekends, especially weekends like this upcoming weekend where you have something more specific with the keyboard other than just a regular piano pad. Like for instance, there's Zeal going on in Plant City and Uncontainable Love going on over at South Shore. So I want to show you those real quick. First of all, let's go to Ableton Live. So one of the things you'll need to do to make sure you do at the beginning of each song, make sure you have a MIDI track here that says Mainstage. So you do that by, if it's not there already, you can create it by going to Create and Insert MIDI track, and that will create a MIDI track. I just titled it Mainstage. If you expand it a little bit, a couple things you want to make sure of. You make sure you have the IAC driver in the output. Right here it's IAC driver bus 1. I think it might be bus 2 at South Shore. And then that's set to channel 1. Okay? And that's going to send the patch information from Ableton to Mainstage, so the keyboard sounds change at the same time that you start the tracks. Okay, so now in order to do that, you want to create a MIDI clip. Again, if it's not there already, I'll just go ahead and erase this for now. What I will do is expand it and go to the first measure, highlight this first measure in the Mainstage track, and select Shift Command M as in Mary or MIDI, and that will create a MIDI track. If you click on it, you'll see the information down here, and what you'll need to do for the first song, you'll type in program 1 right there. You'll do the same thing for the others. For here, you'll create one and then usually put it as program 2 typically. Although this week will be a little bit, and then here number 3, got it selected as program 3. Although again, we'll get to it in a second. It doesn't always need to be 3. I'll explain that in a second. All right, so we've got that set up, our Ableton set up. So we go to Mainstage, click on Mainstage. Now, first of all, what I did is just kind of create a folder that says right now that says for South Shore and for Plant City, but you would have like a set, your set right here, with a folder with like the date on it. Like this is what I've got here for Tampa for the 28th. So what we do is you go to your set and you go to this little cogwheel symbol and you go Load Patch. And so what I've done in an attempt to make it kind of easy is I've created in Dropbox this folder that says Multi-Campus Mainstage Patches. And I've got one for Plant City and one for South Shore. So, like for instance, you're at South Shore, click on it, and then look at that. There's one for Uncontainable Love. You just you import it, and it's right there. And then you should be set to go. Now for Plant City, you will do the same thing. You can go to Load Patch. You can also go to Multi-Campus Mainstage Patches. Choose PCC. There's Zeal. And then you got Zeal. So so that'll be your sounds that are pretty specific for those songs. And you also want to choose, I think for your other 2 songs for both sets, pretty much a piano pad is going to be perfectly fine. So just go to Load Patch, Dropbox, Mainstage Patches, Song Patches, and then here's my general piano pad patch, kind of your generic one they use at least once a week. So, and then just create that there. Same thing over at South Shore. There we go, piano pad. And again, of course, I know I'm moving fast, but you can just kind of rewind if you need to. Okay, so you've got your sound set up there. Now, the next thing you need to do is set up the program numbers. So it's very easy to do. All you do is click on the song patch, and then you go down to here in the attributes, and you click Program Change, turn that on, and you make sure the number here corresponds to your number here. So that was 1. Uncontainable Love will be 1. Same thing, Pastor Caleb, when you over at Plant City, you'll choose program number 1 for Zeal, and then you'll choose program number 1 here. Now this says duplicate because of the example I've got, both y'all sets here, so it says duplicate. Because it's showing more than one, it says that more than one of these patches has a program change number 1. But when you do your own personal one, it shouldn't say that. If you do see that, then you need to go and make sure it doesn't say it anymore and change the program number. So for the other two songs, you'll probably just generally want to choose program change 2. Now for your live set, since that's the sound you want for like your last two songs, make sure song number 2 says 2, and also song number 3 also says 2. Because for both of those songs you want a piano pad sound. Also for your invitation click song, you'll probably want to generally choose the piano pad as well, because you usually want something generic there and nothing with a whole lot of arpeggiator stuff going on, stuff like that. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please let me know. If there's something that's not working, let me know as well. I'm hoping this might be just an easier way to do things, give you all some freedom in your Ableton sets, but in the same way, still having the sounds that you need for it. One final thing, even though I did go and Dropbox and create that Mainstage folder, just to kind of narrow it down which patches you'll need, you can always go to Dropbox, Mainstage patches, and song patches, and then you can see pretty much all these song patches that have been created over time. So there you go. You'll have the different patches, and then just also just note what the keys that might be in parentheses as well. So again, I hope that helps, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you.